Good afternoon.
Ohio?
Hey, how are you?
Ohio. What about Ohio?
We went through this last week. That's good morning from Japan.
It's weird to hear people talk about Ohio because usually when people talk about Ohio, it's derogatory.
Yeah, I've seen that Jochen Noah clip.
But I was referring more to the state.
I changed my button box from places, and I'm just searching for it in emptiness with my hand. I have to look. Oh shit! It's over there now.
Uh-oh, we lost someone. Are you
Muscle
in VR?
memory reading you wrong.
Yeah. Like when you hop in a right-hand drive car and try to go to shift, and instead you open the door. As someone who doesn't drive right-hand drive.
I mean, I don't drive, so I've got my shifter on the right, even though I'm down here with everything in right-hand drive.
What do you mean you don't drive?
I don't have a car license.
Oh.
You live
So
where?
I legally don't drive.
So you live where?
In Australia.
Okay, so like Adrian. So okay, it's a question like that. It's not prerogative. And how old are you?
40.
60.
Okay. Driver's license is a choice, or it's the law that you don't have one?
Choice.
Huh.
But you do
I
have
was
a bike.
too much of a hippie as a exactly. I was too much of a hippie as a teenager, and it just got too expensive in my 30s. So I was like, yeah.
Me, when I don't have a license, it's because of the law.
Me, because
Now-
of medical reasons.
I
Now,
have got in trouble with the law for driving cars, but never had a license to be taken away.
That's good too. That qualifies. That qualifies.
nice. Ooh, yeah, these cars would look good with a gold leaf kind of deal.
Did you enjoy that Graham Rahal livery from Laguna or something?
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
You know, I've always had a soft spot after those Miller draft liveries were out on like the cart for cart. I think Indy had it at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, Miller High Life.
Yeah, and the of course the stock car.
Yeah, Al Unser Sr. had the Miller High Life car.
Mhm.
They also had that in the 962 for the Group Cs.
Yeah, that's what I always liked.
Yep.
Adrian, you're quiet. I gotta turn you up.
Not that quiet.
Well, no. On my side, it was quiet.
He could be a little quieter
Joachim Dauer,
or a little louder.
the 962 privateer from the 80s, also ran a similar livery, but had a German ice cream manufacturer, I think, on it.
Oh. And where was this run?
1989 World Sports Car Championship. So everything but Le Mans. And Le Mans, I'm 90% sure he was in the other one. No, I think Le Mans was where it was run, and then he was in the Tic Tac. He was the Tic Tac Porsche.
Yeah.
Monkey Owie's here. What do you guys think of my Alice Cooper car?
I was wondering what was up with that.
Yeah, headlights, you know, and the black eyeliner stuff all around the eyes.
Right?
I didn't think Alice was that big of a fan of pink, but yeah.
It's purple.
Purple, well, there's a little bit of pink on there, but I had to have a little bit of pink on my car.
You're getting the skills going, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's just a basic, easy fill in the blank areas, you know.
Gotta start learning somehow.
Yep. Oh, you should see the Aston I did. It's pretty good on it. Black and pink and purple.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, for the Rocky Glen race. If I'm able to race it.
Well, there's two, so.
Yeah, no, my computer. You know how it is. So many people get in there. It's like stop and go with my motion. My computer's fucked. Pardon my French, but
French is pardoned. Don't worry. It's not like James and JPB channel. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have the Dodge Stratus out here.
It's a shame when you're second up and you just throw it in the last few corners.
Or the Accord. Or the Renault.
Oh,
Or
the
the
Accord.
Quattro.
The Accord.
Quattro.
The Reno is ugly like hell.
It only looks good in the worst coffee brand on the planet, the Nescafe green livery.
Yeah. Are those the only two that... No, there were other ones. I'm trying to remember what they were, though.
I mean, they didn't last long, so.
No, especially when you had people like Plato just throwing them into the wall every other race.
Well, they were only there for like, what, 4 or 5 years or something?
The Lagunas, yeah, although... I mean, they had a pretty good long run, as touring cars go. They're successful. They had the Williams team in there doing their thing. But they were,
And they were successful, but they weren't there for over a decade, were they?
Renault, I think, was one of the first ones that got in.
I don't know, that's like heading towards 30 years ago.
But they, I mean, you know, they didn't really start doing anything until Williams got involved, and they're like, oh yeah, we should start winning races now, right?
Yeah, they must have been really up the back, 'cause, like, I remember the Ford Mondeos and the BMW versus Vauxhall fights vividly from like the early 90s, but no Renault until like 95.
Maybe it was 95. I thought they were there a little earlier, but...
I mean,
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but they could have been just up the back and not in the highlights packages, you know?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because back then there was something called Wide World of Sports on a Sunday, which used to cover all sorts of stuff, and we'd get small little highlight packages of the different races from around the world instead of the full thing.
That's what all we could get around here was that. We'd get a little bit of Formula One, a little bit of Le Mans type stuff, and that's about it. In the 70s.
We got the actual Formula One races, but the only other things we got were local. It's Formula One and then a recap for everything else from around the world.
Wild World of Sport was my story of my life during my teenage year.
Yeah, Jerry, I think he turned that off.
We will discuss that.
Yep, first corner. Cutting rules are gone.
Well, for the entire track, but
Oh. Well. I'm just saying for that corner at least. I don't know how many other corners you want to cut.
hard time getting this thing to drive right again.
I'm having a hard time imagining how to do a 27.
He's about to hit 26.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need to go that fast. He's got such a good...
I won't get 26 in this lap because I've already taken the best out of the tyres. But I did 26 last night.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I was possessed and I was determined to get it.
That's the Adrian we know. I'm working with 2 hands, 1 arm, and half of 1 leg. 1.5 legs. So,
Why do you have 2 hands without the arm attached?
it's numb. From the spinal cord injury when I broke my back, things are deteriorating and my things are. So yeah, so I'm not gonna be fast at all today.
Sorry about
That's okay. Thanks.
Have another person with a broken back? That sounds terrible.
Did
Yeah,
you
and I
break
had
your
to-
back?
Many times.
It's never fun. I don't suggest it to anyone.
Yeah,
I've never broken one, but I've just got a genetically bad one, so it sucks.
Yeah, I'm blaming myself for the bone spurs, but yeah, I've got genetics on top of it. Degenerative spondylolisthesis. You can never say it correctly.
Yeah, I blame carrying 200 kilo amp racks up backstage, placing children bands in. That's what I blame.
Yeah, band equipment ain't exactly light, is it?
Well, not back in the
No.
dark ages. These days, everything's digital and you carry it in the size of a cigarette packet. Yeah, taking it
The
old
heavy
Aussie
metal
monitor.
stuff.
They
Heavy
got the
metal, you
heavy
still got the
magnet.
big ass amps and everything, man.
Oh yeah, but they're
Eric!
compared to what we used to get.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
well,
you
health and safety, you got 4 people carrying that one amp.
Yeah, but also to those days, like an Aussie monitor or a Jan's, 2 by 500 front of a house amp was like 80 or 90 kilos. These days they could get like a 2 by like 1,000 and it weighs like 600 grams or something. Shit, all the digital stuff these days. Even so, yeah.
Am I in P6 yet for standings? I can never find them.
You mean for tonight?
Yeah, for tonight's stuff. Yeah, I don't know where I'm at on the championship.
Currently number 9 on the board.
Oh, okay. Oh no, not in the race tonight.
Oh.
Like points wise.
If you mean the championship standings, then I have to look.
Oh, no worries. Is that stuff listed on that MNRL or RFLA page?
Yeah, everything's posted in the links channel.
Huh.
And then to get to the the championship standings, you just go to the, like, you can click on live time and you can click on the championship link. All of them take you to RF2LA. And then once you're in there, you just find the championship and you're set to go.
Cool beans. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I think I was only a few points away last from someone from P6 or P5 or something like that.
Jerry bought a new wheel.
You know?
Who did? Jerry?
He's a second or two faster than before.
Well, he did like 60 laps earlier.
I just saw the serious freeze. Did somebody came on?
So,
I don't see anyone.
man, this thing cannot handle these bumps.
I've been having serious delays like that too. Just stops for no reason.
Come on, Eric. Show me some other pilot shit.
Sean, where'd you go?
Well, I'm still here this way.
Oh, you exited the car. Turn
Probably,
one.
yeah. Trying the other side.
Oh my gosh. 126.8. Congrats.
Oh boy.
I think we need to have another thing, call it elite. AM, pro, and then elite.
No, these races should be ballast.
Or legends.
Like the old school BTCC that came after Super Tours, where they had weight ballast for the leader of the championship down to 10th.
That's not fair.
Oh, it makes for good racing though.
Oh yeah, plus the reverse grid was
Yep.
an awesome way. I'm still not 100% sold on the way the hybrids changed that. I liked the fact that the weight changed the setups on the leaders more, because the hybrid seems to allow the leaders to tune in their setups more so they get faster and faster. Whereas weight changed all of that idea.
It's performance based, what you're saying. Or it was.
Yeah, yeah. So the leader had like 50 Ks, and the second place had 45, so on.
I don't know. So everyone gets a trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much.
yeah. I mean, they had the Jack Sears trophy. They had.
They still got that. That's for anyone that doesn't have a podium.
And then they got the independent trophy.
And they still got that, even though there's 4 cars.
Isn't that a bit pointless at the moment, BTCC, given that I think pretty much all of them are independents at the moment?
They're more like Penske Porsche in hypercar. They're supported but not run. But they don't get the products from the manufacturer. It's all either Neil Brown or Toka engines. And there might be one other engine manufacturer, but otherwise it's all there's like 2-3 engines in there, but there's no actual Toyota engine in there, or it's a Toyota engine that's been supplied by the original Toyota design, so to speak. It's a racing engine based off the road car, not made by Toyota. So
I haven't followed the current rules very closely. I mean, I watch it occasionally, but I haven't actually followed the rules too much because they just seem unnecessarily complicated and artificial in a lot of ways.
Should have seen early BTCC. I know you did.
It's one of the few that I absolutely have to keep up with. But if you're thinking of the overly complicated, you should watch the IndyCar race at Mid-Ohio. The hybrid is going to make that overly complicated.
Yeah, I have to admit, I do understand it, but I don't sort of understand it at the same time as everyone's fascination with putting hybrid something into race cars. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, go all the way or just don't fucking bother.
It's all just a marketing gimmick for the racing in general. It's all just a marketing gimmick for the manufacturers, and hybrid is a big gimmick at the moment. That's all it comes down to. All or nothing is my opinion. That's why I love Formula E so much. It's all electric, and it makes sense.
Well, that's what I liked about the Xeon, even though it didn't get a great run, is that the whole point of that car was that over the course of its stint, it collected enough energy to be able to do a full lap purely on electric. And that idea I like. If they were using that hybrid thing so that they, every 5 laps they had to do a lap on electric or something like that, I'd be much more into it. But this just having it so you can have it is kind of like, so,
Well, it's not just so with the BTCC. I like the theory of it. What's happened in practice is that the fastest drivers still win both the first 2 races.
Thanks, Greg.
They've made it an overtaking aid, so it's not like with hypercar where it's a fuel aid and you get a smaller fuel tank out of it. So it's more like the P2P in IndyCar, where you've got a set amount you can use per lap and a set amount you can use over the race. And instead of like the 200 seconds, it's the amount of laps you get. So the person who wins the first race gets 1 lap of hybrid use for the second race, while the people who finish like 8th and backwards get 8 full laps. So that's the way they're trying to spice it up, rather than having the weights at 50, 45, and so forth.
Yeah, okay, it's not a terrible idea, but I can see how that doesn't really work in practice.
Yeah, because like I said, the fastest guys were just continuously honing the same setup, whereas with the weight, they had to change that, and some guys really struggled at the 50 and others didn't.
Yeah, like some of them would actually go faster.
Yeah, Turkington was usually great at that. Ingram was the opposite. He always with his cars be going backwards once he got that 50 on. The only thing I complain about with BTCC is the reverse number grid draw thing. That just kind of throws me off every time, because I'm like, huh? And then one time someone did actually look in the bowl and picked out the number for their car.
Yeah, but that reminds me of like when the Shell series had you picked the top 10 got to pick their starting position randomly out of a hat. You thought, what the fuck was the rest of it all about?
Yep. I mean, luckily that's just for race 3, but it's still like, you could do it a bit better than that, guys.
Maximum chaos.
I mean, I know the idea is to stop the end of race 2 becoming, let's get to a certain spot so we can get pole for race 1, but... Oh, the next race, race 3, I mean.
Right. Well, and the reverse grid is meant to just make it fun anyway. It works
Worst
pretty
gives
well
to
here.
make sure panel beaters have still got a job.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like one of those things. Though, I have to admit, like, there's a bit of an argument the last couple of weeks, or probably the last couple of years actually, with supercars and not enough racing and all that sort of stuff. And you go, yeah, and like at Hidden Valley, I mean, the races were like 130 kilometers long or something, and you think, those sorts of cars, they should be doing 250 kilometer races minimum every time they go out. So when you get some of these races like BTCC where a race is 12 laps long and stuff like that,
Yeah, but you got a full race day all packed around that. You got the Porsche Cup, well, used to.
Still do. You get the minis, you get the F3. I love the minis at the moment.
Yeah,
I can't say I'm a big fan of Carrera Cup. I watched the races from Hidden Valley here, and I mean, I watched 16 minutes of the 20-minute race, and there was one overtaking attempt, and that ended up in cars going off the track. So
yeah,
you've got to say that
the
there's something wrong with that, if that's the way it is.
It's too high downforce of the car. It's basically it's what happens with it at the moment.
Oliver, I got really old tires.
Yeah, but even TA2, I mean, everyone goes, oh, TA2, it's so brilliant. And you go, well, yeah, but once the first 2 or 3 laps are done and they've finished smashing into each other, it pretty much just becomes a procession for the next 15, 20 laps.
Yeah, anymore.
Something like, at least Australian TA2. I haven't watched a lot of American stuff. I see it occasionally on highlights, but...
We got a good look at the inside of that.
TCR, I think it is. A lot of people go on about how good it is, but I'm like, it's like BTCC without the gimmicks to spice up the racing.
Yeah, but at least they actually do get some... I mean, I have to, the Bend was a bit of an outlier because the Audi just seemed to be in a world of its own there. But the first couple of races this year have been quite close. There's been quite a lot of overtaking. I mean, you get more overtaking in a lap of TCR than you do in a whole race of supercars. But there's been a couple of times where it's like, yeah, that car's just disappearing into the distance and there's nothing they can do about it. But that's just the way it is at the moment.
And they just like grid sizes. All the drivers seem to be going like into spec series or like GT4 or something like that, where they're trying to get into something else.
That's the thing about spec series. You can kind of prove yourself a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand why that's been a move. GT4 is sort of similar as well with the BOPs and whatnot.
Man, your tires are real shots, you.
Yes, I got 82%.
Yeah, it does work. This track is, I think it's the tyre wear is going to be a bit high.
Hopefully
Track
my
temperature's
slower
quite high
pace
too.
takes off because of that.
Sorry, Jerry. Sorry.
Juno!
No,
I do
I was
agree with the
looking who
longer
came
races
in.
for the V8s. Sorry, Jill.
Jill, what happened to you last week?
What didn't happen to him?
Yeah, that's
I overdrove the car.
yeah. I was like, I thought you rage quit or something.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Gio
did.
had a frustrating night.
Yeah. I had a great second race.
For the life of me, I wonder why I tried to stay in front of Adrian while he's a second and a half faster than me, so I threw it away in the wall. I was doing good with the tire over 90, but when the tire went under 90, I went off.
All you had to do, Jez, is wait for me to throw it away because I did it 3 times.
That was much appreciated, by the way.
Yeah, I'll say that too. Yep, much appreciated.
It didn't help that I sent you into the wall. Of course, you're coming.
Yeah, in the first race, yeah.
That
But-
second race, you avoided me. We never touched, and you were like hit the wall, and then you were like gone. I was off in the gravel in turn 1.
The other race, it was Matthew who put me in the wall. When it was Ross.
Oh no, I meant with Adrian.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, you did.
Wait, when? At Lakeside?
Might not have been Lakeside. They were far in the back. I said it's twice you pushed me off.
For Matthew, right?
Huh?
I'm trying to remember.
I think it
where
was the race before. It was the event before.
Oh yeah, that one I definitely. I mean, that was part of why I just pulled into the pits and said, "Screw it! I'm just going to give myself a penalty."
Oh boy, I may have to switch. How
And whole sections are like a second and a half off pace. It just feels terrible.
Yeah, that's when you tell Jim to shut up.
At least my tire wear isn't too bad.
You guys all use crew chiefs, or most of you?
Yeah,
I do. Try it.
it feels kind of engrossing.
Ross gets to hear himself talk to himself.
I do. I should send him more lines.
Hey, I heard there's like a something where you can do to get the crew chief to actually swear and stuff like that.
Yeah, sweary mode. Uh-oh.
Is there?
Bugger. Jesus. Yeah, you get that wrong at all, and it's
Those
just...
aren't example of the words he uses, by the way.
What's that?
That's not examples of the words he uses. It's proper swearing.
For fuck's sake, Ross. Oh no. Did I not get a back start?
Definitely need more names in there, though. Tape? Really?
Vape. I do like the function that if it doesn't have the exact version, it goes for as close as it can. Because that is a very British thing to do.
Of a name,
It's
or
like-
what?
Yeah. Yeah, for the names, it's like, close enough. If it thinks that it's supposed to be pronounced a certain way, it's got a little thing that says, there, that sound bank, use that one now.
Yeah, but you can go to the forum and tell them that your name is all screwed up, and they will re-record it, and there'll be an update in the names.
Yeah.
Does it have a Murray Walker mode where it gets the name wrong half the time?
Whoa.
That would be
Lights
sweet.
just went up.
Yeah,
That happened to
interesting.
me, too.
Oh
Things
god,
are
I hit the
acting weird.
bumps. God, I have to make the car kind of supple to deal with the undulations, but then as soon as I start smacking into curves, it's just too much for the scrawny little suspension. No, up here it looks like it's supposed to storm. I'm not too far away from the track. Probably about 3 hours, 2.5.
That why JD Ohio earlier?
Yeah, and I'm originally Ohio native. Oh, turn, damn you! Ah, 10 minutes. Hola.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, hey.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to tell Mike Bell that we're gonna start qualifying soon. I don't know how he can go at like 3 in the morning or whatever it is. I guess 2.
I mean, that's what I do on a Saturday.
Yeah, Breakfast Club. It's not that early, is it? I thought it was like around 5 or so.
That's summer. Whenever we go between the 2 different time zone things, it changes by 2 hours. So it went from 5:30 to a 3:30 start.
It depends when you're thinking about if you get on for practice and that as well. So, like,
Yeah, I've got to practice beforehand. I can't just wake up and drive like he does.
Are you Queensland? Is that right?
I am.
I'm South
Scar-
Australia.
Yeah, he plays faster most of the time, so that's 3 of them in the one place to be up here.
Yeah, sometimes Queensland's behind us for some reason. They like living in the past for half of the year and living in the future for the other half. I don't get it. To be truthful, I don't like daylight savings at all.
That's why we don't have it, because it's a stupid idea for here. I mean, especially North Queensland. I mean, even in winter time, it's still fucking daylight at like 7 o'clock at night.
Well, down here it's like dark at 5 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a little bit out west, so it's about 5:30 for me.
I think more caffeine might be needed. I'm gonna make a coffee. Back in a minute.
Right little battle up here. I like how he says Gallagher, because I always think he's saying Galaga. I just imagine the little ships flying around.
Close enough.
Can't tell if having more rear wing was beneficial or not. Ah, Oliver taking the Joker lap. There will be Joker laps for the events coming up.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Alright, someone must have came in because that.
You did.
So I heard someone talking, but it was really, really, really soft.
Alright, who goes there? $120. What?
This car will never go that fast.
Who's talking so slow? Low.
5 minutes.
I'll stick with my regular setup and stuff. Practice to my quality.
Troy, is that a Lego Rambo? Maybe he can't hear me.
What about my Legos?
You're oh, never mind. It's like a Mega Man.
Oh, my
Yeah.
avatar is some
Yeah.
pixel art I did. It's the character Jane from the show Firefly.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I see
Good
it.
show. Good show.
Do you know what's the chain of command? It's the chain I go get and beat you to death with it.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
pulling it right out.
That's a hell of a sentence to come back into.
It's a chain. It's a chain I go get and beat you up with, so you understand. Something like that. I forgot what it is. Jane had really, really good lines in there.
Yes.
Ross, I thought somehow you saw my hypercar because I have a Lego logo on my hypercar, and I was like, how is he seeing my hypercar?
Tell me more about that that thing you got there that I should be able to see. What are you running?
And do the Porsche.
Are you on anybody's team?
Nope, I am not.
Are you just running Thursdays, or are you doing UWC?
I'm planning on doing Saturdays as well, but yeah, I'm gonna do the same car. I don't know how people do different cars between the two.
Yeah, fucking nut jobs. What the hell's wrong with them?
Yeah, well, I tried
Hey.
that this year, and it's the last time I do that.
I know I'm nuts.
It's the last time I do it.
I didn't
It's
say
the
we
first
didn't love
time. Yeah, man. It's the first time I do it, and it's the last time I do it. When I
That's
get
right.
back in the Alpine, it's just so nuts.
That's right. I'm about to play car roulette with all my sports car stuff because I've just lost interest.
I've got to
I
keep Mike
just-
happy and go for the championships, I guess. I think I've missed too many races, to be honest, though.
You never know.
I
Never
know
who's
there's drop races, but I'm pretty sure I'll need them to everyone else to at least like miss 2 rounds.
Are you talking VMSC or
Well,
this
both
stuff?
really.
Oh, well, there's one.
Oh, in this, yeah, I have got no clue what's going on with the championship, to be honest.
One drop race. That's it.
I mean, like where I am and points wise or anything. I believe I've missed too many rounds because there's
What?
2 in the event.
It's one drop event, so 2 race, right?
For VMSC?
Oh no, for VMSC 1 drop.
Yeah. It is 5 till, so we're going to kick off the driver's brief. Feel free to keep circulating, but please do stay on voice chat, which it looks like everyone is. Thank you for being here tonight for our penultimate round of the Super Touring World Cup Series here at Mid-Ohio as we join the NATCC for 2 go-arounds, once here in the US, and then we finish off in Canada, as do most good things. But yeah, it's the NATCC, which of course lasted, I think it was just 2 years, which was kind of hilarious because when you look at Dodge's response to the series, I think it was probably around Laguna Seca after, I think it was the second year in '98 when they're like, oh yeah, we really look forward to this. This is going to be around for a long time. And, can't help but laugh. But they put on a good show, at least the ones at the front while they did. Put on some good cars, and it's pretty wild. Mid-Ohio is a pretty good representative track, as some of the fun times had. This track runs a lot of good BMW type cars and everything nowadays, and SCCA and NASA and all that. So it's good times. Yeah, stay on Discord through qualifying the race. We'll be a little less talky during the 2 main ones, but feel free to chat it up anytime. Side of that, driver's aids, clutch, auto blip, and auto lift only. Qualification will start in just a few moments, and we'll go for 10 minutes. Please respect the hot laps when you're on your out lap. It is pretty tricksy around here as you're going through with a lot of the, especially that sector 2 area where it's a lot of back and forth. So be mindful, lots of ups and downs. It's kind of hard to see as these cars are coming around. I'm sure they'll do a good job. As we go and start up, we'll have 2 20-minute races. Second will be reverse grid. Fuel, tires, mechanical wear time, weather, everything is just 1x, and weather is live, of course, which I don't think there's anything in the area, although it sure looks like there should be outside. As we go through the starting procedure, it is formation standing. Follow the car in front. Form up single file. Feel free to weave, drag your brakes, do whatever you need to. Just be predictable. Let's not cause any incidents on the out lap, formation lap. And come back around, line up on your mark, get ready for the lights and the sounds, and then take off as soon as you're free to go. Orange zone for lap 1 goes through the keyhole, which is the hairpin of turn 2. So not very long at all. And then it's a free run down to China Beach, turn 4, hard right-hander at the end of that long straight. So yeah, that's not an orange zone. Orange zone's just through the keyhole, so pretty straightforward there. The track limits, of course, 1 wheel touching the racing surface at all times. Track cuts have been disabled. That does not mean that track limits have been disabled. So obviously, like with anything, any advantage gained through track cuts, through contact, please redress.
That's fine.
She'll be
And that's why there's no cut track on the corner 1.
Yes, yes, because the track unfortunately does have that issue with corner one, which doesn't seem to be a problem right now in practice. Keep an eye out during qualifying. Some people are saying that they're still dealing with it during some other sessions. I don't think that was an issue though, but yeah, just be mindful. Certainly on lap one when everyone's bunched up together and going like 4, 5, 10 wide through turn one, just just be cautious of that curb. With pit entry and exit, of course, for those who are going in and out, make sure that you, as you're exiting, treat that curb as a wall. Do not cross over it. Same thing when you're on track. If there is a car in the lane, you're free to jump over the curb if no one's there. However, if there is a car there and you do so, that's big time busted. So just be very mindful as you're using that extra limit there. I do recommend auto headlights and wipers, just in case things happen, or at least having it mapped and being ready to jump on it in the event of having to use it. Of course, it's only 3:30 in the afternoon for race time, so there really shouldn't be a need, but always good to be safe. Nothing really special about pit entry, by the way. It's 80 Ks, a little bit quicker than we've had before, so shouldn't be a big deal there. Blue flags, very simply, treat blue flag drivers like any other driver, except blue flag drivers may not use defensive lines against faster cars, but both drivers always have the responsibility of executing a clean pass. And of course, as I mentioned before, CMS Golden Rule of Racing, if you gain advantage through contact or track cut, yield that advantage, redress however you need to, and all should be good. And if your race was affected by another driver, you feel you need to file an IRR, please do so through the appropriate channels. There are some outstanding penalties to be served within the first 3 racing laps. So as you take the green flag, not the outlap, but once you're lined up on the grid and you are set off to go, lights are out, go, go, go. Then 3 laps going from there, you got to make your way into the pits. Any DQs or penalties assigned during the race or qualifying, I will not clear. So you got to deal with those. However, if you get stuck anywhere and your car's still running and you want to keep going, Control Alt Delete, kill R Factor 2, come back in. You'll probably be a couple laps down, but you can still score points and maybe get that reverse grid for race 2. Any questions? Concerns, thoughts, feelings, epithets?
I got my first penalty ever. Woohoo!
It is a mark of progress.
Damn Skippy it is.
In that case, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying I'm going to skip us ahead, but after you.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm not used to starting in the middle of the pack, so I blame that right there.
Well, with improved skill comes more responsibilities or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good luck, everyone.
Yep. Good luck.
Good luck,
Remember, watch those on the out laps. Watch hot lappers as you're going out, and all should be good. Adrian will see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, shit.
Wow. So some wildness at the front. Congrats to you, Sean, with Troy and Adrian giving a real good fight. Oliver and Scar obviously right there with each other for the pro-am, and then Carl coming out and showing off some am skills there. Some questionably top end am skills.
Fuck this fucking game. This fucking shit.
So on we go. We'll probably cut it to 5 minutes. We'll skip on to the race from there. So get your bathroom break, whatever you got to do. Is it gonna rain or what? Is it just gonna keep looking about it?
Doesn't your crew chief tell you that?
He'll tell you it's starting to drizzle or whatnot, but he won't predict the weather for you. He can't see that stuff.
Ah.
Oh my. Well, not too much rain planned now, but by 4 a.m., so in about 6-7 hours, it's supposed to really kick up. Nice temperatures. Is that matching? It's a little bit hotter than what it actually is, but that makes sense considering it's nighttime.
I had to switch over to my earbuds because latency issues, I guess.
Yeah, I actually had some flipping there too by the end of the
Yeah,
session.
you were in front of me. Yeah, and I was like, whoa. It delayed me too.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know, but I'm on my phone now, so it's all good.
Tell me to enter the chill zone.
Is that a better song than the Danger Zone, or?
Stop it.
Kenny knew what he was doing. So did Bruckheimer.
As long as you don't get into the actual theme, the Top Gun theme, which of course you're going to do now. Yeah, that one.
Oh wow, this thing feels way different with a full gullet. Oh.
Yeah, I went a little wide there.
I followed you.
I say hi to the crowd. I like that it's a modern circuit with hay bales all over the place. Stop.
That fucking qualifying delay is really starting to get on my nerves big time.
Just think of it as success ballast.
I was trying to think of that word.
What happens with qualifying?
he doesn't get to start it until halfway through.
But why?
We don't know.
R-Factor 2 gods.
R-Factor 2 stuff.
Oh no! All right.
I just sit there at the end of practice, just waiting for it to tick over. That takes 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, it's weird. It has to be your system because it doesn't do it for.
It doesn't do it for any other session though. Only the switch from practice to qualifying.
Do you,
Something in on your side, that's for sure.
have you ever cleared your shaders in cache?
Well, I did do a full new install when I put the new hard drive in, and that's when it started.
Hey Ross, that patch you put in really worked.
It didn't work?
It's really working.
Oh.
It's cutting Adrian out half of his qualifying. That's nice patch.
Is it worth like, you know, disconnecting before the tick over and then just joining quali after it started?
I've tried everything. I've tried turning off replays. I've tried changing all sorts of things, and it just doesn't seem to make any difference. I lose about 3 to 4 minutes, and like, yeah, when you're in sort of like the sports car races, yeah, when you've got the 2 10-minute qualifying, it's pretty hard to come out with a lap together straight away because everyone else gets sort of a couple of clear laps, and I'm going to be extraordinarily lucky to get a clean lap. So that's what happened there. I just couldn't get a clean lap every time I was on a good lap. I caught somebody.
Right. Yeah, that's super annoying.
5 minutes,
Everybody-
Ross.
Yep. Everybody ready?
Do I have to serve a penalty from a trial run?
There's a bunch of penalty.
You looks like you do, yes. So if you have a penalty, you'll go to
I got one from just the practice run here.
Oh no, that you don't.
That doesn't go into the next session, does it?
No, you're okay. If you're serving a penalty for the race, don't go to your pit stall. Make sure you go to the end of pit road near the pace car, and just if you've got to stop and hold or stop and go, just pop there. If there's somebody serving in front of you, just go a little bit behind them, or whatever's reasonable distance, and serve it out. Good to go.
Yeah, and you just time yourself, right?
Yes. Yeah.
A little crowded there at the exit for doing that kind of stuff.
Just use the race clock. It's up top.
Or do it the old IMSA way. Just do with his smartphone, just checking it, and then.
I got S and go.
Stand by, everyone. Mike Bell is trying to get in.
What?
Who? Go ahead, launch it now.
Yeah, no kidding.
We'll let the session run out if he's gonna make it, but if he misses, we're just gonna have to go forward. We're not gonna do another Lakeside.
Yeah, just what we need Captain Chaos joining as well.
There's 2 races.
We can always do Moto 2.
That's correct, and I have informed him as such. So grab another lap. Actually, I'm gonna check here real quick the end of pit road.
Ross, I did switch cars again, so I think there's a penalty for that or something.
Points penalty. That's it.
Got it.
It's called screw your points.
So yeah, if you're serving a penalty, just go to right in front of the pace car, and that should be good. Just kind of off of the fast line, and then.
Yeah, how many cars? How many guys are there? There's Adrian. There's
4, 5.
Yeah.
Not all here, are they?
Hello.
4 it looks like.
No,
I gotta do one.
Lakeside.
I'll do mine on the second lap.
You got 120, Mike.
I still running.
Hurry up, Mike.
Going as fast.
Run! Run!
Get them hamsters moving faster.
You have
Mike Bell doing his own reverse grid.
That's just, I want to race, but it's being slow.
$50 seconds.
Come on, work.
Penalty practice with Brian.
Ah, too bad.
Did I miss it?
Yep.
Session just ended, so it's ticking over.
We got a spot for you in the second moto.
All of the cones. Oh, that sounds broken.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Disappeared quick.
I'm gonna turn the fan on. Holy crap, is it hot?
Yeah, tell me.
I got 2 going.
Yeah, I got 2 going.
It's 16 degrees down here all week. I'm loving it.
I think it's about 11 or 12 here today.
Oh god. You shut your face. $10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, why is he back into me, Craig?
Sleeping.
There's a crash at the bank. Restart the race.
Gilles Zoomin Newman.
Gilles what?
Zoomin Newman.
Well, I was able to do 1 lap. About a second off for what I did in the practice.
I forgot to check fuel calculations, so hopefully this is enough.
Yeah, I hope so. Same as last week, I hope.
It's similar.
I always just carry a little bit more because the car feels terrible on old tires and low fuel.
It's a few liter more. I think you're gonna be tight if you have the same thing as last week.
I wonder how many of these cones and pylons are going to make it to the end of the race.
For how long gonna make it, period.
Gilles, do you actually use any ride height on your car? It's like the 4th of July in that under tray.
I'm 1 notch up on the front. The rear, I'm high.
likes to lean into the turn.
Another tight grid I see. Should be fun. All right, good luck, everyone.
F2 will sort it out.
Good luck.
Shit, sorry, Mac.
Oh, good.
Juno!
Fuck me, there's a hole in the gravel.
Sorry.
Thank you.
All right. Well, congrats to Adrian. Good fight there up at the front. Oliver Day for a rousing pro-am, and Carl Struhal. I'm gonna go ahead and restart warm-up and get us switched over. On the flip side, if anyone leaves the server, I would say hold off for the moment. Well, actually, go ahead and leave now if you're going to do it.
Okie dokie.
What happened, Brett?
I'm sorry?
What happened?
Car went off to the left. What can I say?
Ross, can you please just keep me in the back? I'm dealing with my arm and stuff, so I'm better off in the back right now.
As you wish.
And
Thank
off
you.
my arm, I'd probably be better off you put me in the front. That'd be fine.
Because of your arm,
Close
right?
enough already, Brian.
Nice try, Sonny.
Hey, Brett, that was a blast, man. I never had so much fun running them damn cars in my life. That was fun.
Yeah, bang, bang.
I guess I hadn't cleared you when I came out of that turn.
I don't know whether it was my fault or yours, so I went ahead and held up.
I was going to hold up if you didn't hold up, because I figure I didn't clear you. Is that what happened? I thought I had.
Hey, Craig, how come you backed into me before the race even started?
No idea why the car moved. Sorry.
At least we're better matched on a car standpoint.
Ryan Ray, Scar
Bottom 9 car, right?
Brett Hugh, Ryan, Jerry,
Bottom feeders.
Carl, Nick.
Yeah, sorry, Alexander. I appreciate the intent, but it was just a bit of a at that point of the race with the tires where they were. It was just a bit hard to pull it up.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's all good.
I just found the wall at the bottom of Thunder Valley, I think it is, isn't it? The last bit of the snake. I hit the curbs with the poles.
Yeah, I saw you.
And then went off.
Yeah, I saw you go off.
I was doing pretty good before that. And then a little bit of understeer there, and just all over. Had massive damage, spent over a minute in the pits, and then got a bloody speeding thing as well. So I had to serve a penalty.
Harassing those who are running at the moment. Alright, is everyone back on the server who's...
Yeah, if you're not here, speak up now.
The door is closing.
Never know,
Where's
someone
Mike?
might
Where's
have
Bell?
a Bluetooth headset.
Watch Mike Bell try to get in after the next race starts.
Oh, I guess he was the one who took off. It looks like everyone's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 13, 14. It's glitching around, so I will go ahead and send a chat. Alright, destroy. That all looks like it's proper. Everyone seems here. Okay. Close that stuff up. And we are good to go. We will go ahead and advance in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So at 5 minutes. Scar, did you have an off?
Yeah, big one.
I saw Gilles have an off.
Brain fart. Oh.
Were you on the beach?
Yeah, and there's a hole on the beach. There's a shitty hole on the beach.
Did you go into oblivion?
Is it the keyhole?
Yeah. Like the fence comes back a bit toward the track, and then that fence turns kind of left to follow the track that's going to the next one, the next left-hander. And as I rounded that corner, the car just stopped like clunk, and didn't want to move forward. I tried to go back a bit and go again, and no, I had to go back a lot and then turn right and go up the hill a bit, and oh shit.
You're not running a lowrider setup, are you?
I'm Mr. Sparky.
Yeah, somebody ahead of me had one of those. I think it was Carl. Bouncing off the Hunt Thunder Valley like it needed its skid plate.
Everybody, looks like everyone's on the server. Why do I feel like we're missing somebody?
Everybody that made it,
No.
yeah.
No. Oh, yeah. Did he not hang around to do the second moto?
No, he went to bed, I imagine. He seemed pretty tired.
I love me a good Jill explanation. Man, I feel like I'm right there with you.
It's good. It's good. That's me.
I love it, man. Do not stop.
Well, thank
Okay. Well, breaking up. Okay, so on to the next session.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
I could hear someone's crew chief going on constantly. I could hear it during the race too. It was...
Yeah, it's not me for once. It's somebody who has voice activated on.
Well, turn it off.
Well, it's because it's leaking through the headphone. That's what I had.
No open mics.
Yeah, I had to mute Craig because it was him.
Push button,
30
Craig.
seconds.
Too late now.
I got push button.
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can. There's also a crew chief, but we'll check that afterward. It's 22nd.
Oh shit! It's reverse grid.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh
yes.
yeah, that's the
yes.
magic of the series, Troy.
I thought you were here for Lakeside.
Well, I didn't say that. Someone else said that.
Oh,
There was Ryan.
is that? Yeah, I was gonna say Ryan is. Yeah. Just like BTCC.
I was surprised on the first race I did that it was all 16 cars and not just the top 8 or something.
Yeah. Well, we like a little chaos here, you know.
Yeah.
Or a lot of chaos. Same thing.
Slowing down at beach. Because it's quite fast for
Those birds.
It's the
Or-
fastest side lane I've ever seen.
it's a parade lap. We're supposed to go ta-ta to everybody.
That's what I thought too. I was like, well, that's pretty fast. All right.
Got to give the commentator enough time to interview everyone.
Blowing up in the valley.
But
I
not
think we
that slow.
actually have more
Speed it up,
cars than
Jaggermeister.
actually ran in a TCC.
Usually it's the pit speed. Usually. Not when it's 40 like the other day.
It's still cool me out though.
80 to 100.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck all.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
It's very cramped back here.
I've only got 12 cars turned on. I think I can see more than that as it is.
Nice move.
And another one.
Well, by the end of this lap, my whole car should be blue.
Everybody.
Oh yeah.
Well, congrats to Scar Pope. That worked.
Yeah.
Holding off Brian at the front. Adrian making a dramatic charge through, and of course we got Carl Struhal taking it up just over Jerry in the Yams.
I think he needs to be moved to Pro-Am.
That was good fun racing, Brian and Jill. Good fun racing.
Yeah, I had a rear wheel lock up at the end of that long straight there and went through beach, but didn't beach myself. I don't know. It's like it's as the tire got more worn. I just suddenly the rear end just went flop to the left, and where is it going?
Mine always went front for some reason. I went from a great balance to less weight in the car, just more front locking. Tried fixing that in between races. It's a bit better. I was expecting that Beamer to pass me, to be honest.
How was I going? First few laps I tried, and then right away I went into tire conservation mode. But why did it lock up at the halfway through? I don't know.
Weight transfer, maybe pulling that gas off there. It could have been your brake bias was too far to the back. Many things.
I was running 50-50 there. I ran 49.5 for the race before.
And it's a front wheel drive car, right? So downshift
Yeah.
wheel hop wouldn't have had to been a brake.
It's my best bet is just downshifting too quickly just made even more weight transfer.
Ooh, Oliver Day having a fun time back there at race 2.
Yeah, I was able to keep him behind me because it happened a second time a bit later on, but I was able to prevent it from going totally broadside on me.
Good racing, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We have our final race.
Well, that's way cool.
In the great
Yeah, thanks
north
for
of
hosting.
Canada.
Yeah, thank you.
Or is it's Mosport?
No.
Canada?
We're going to Toronto.
Ah, city walls. Ugh.
Afraid so. But we haven't really done many of those, and the North American tours definitely had quite a few.
North American space to Super Tour is basically followed the IndyCars around, I think, for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, pretty much.
When I saw them, it was an IMSA weekend at Watkins Glen.
Yeah. Yeah, they there's some crossover, a few spots. They tried to make it promotional.
It was an expensive series.
Yes, well, they caught it right as it was at its most expensive, so.
I was checking the schedule for the Canadian Grand Prix. They had the Porsche Cup and the Ferrari Cup, and that's it. It's like $400 for 3 series.
Oh, for the tickets?
Yeah. No, the cheapest is $200, and you see nothing. A nice place sitting down is $400.
Wow.
I haven't
Where was
been
this at? I'm sorry, I missed it. What'd you say that was, Gil?
Montreal GP.
Oh yeah, F1 has gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
In the
Plus, it's
ticket prices for the British GP.
Oh yeah, what is that? 3,000?
Yeah, £3,000 for a 3-day pass.
Fudge that crap.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
$5,500-6,000.
Yeah,
And they got the promoter blaming Max Verstappen.
But there's a show. But there's a show. There's other series, Porsche Cup and Ferrari Cup.
Yeah, but you can go to I can go to a club day out at
Yeah.
bloody Morgan
It's
Park, pay $10
Yeah.
to get in and see 15 categories. I mean, that
Yeah,
doesn't count.
same
That doesn't
thing.
make any difference.
Yeah, same thing here. I can go to Tremblant and there'll be 10 categories and it'll cost $12, $15. It'll be but it's the jet set, you know. The whole city will go berserk. The main street, there's cars all over and all kinds of shit. It's basically I go away when that happens.
The guy that I race with in ACC, decently well off, so that he can do it. But he actually goes to Japan to see the Japanese GP rather than go to the Australian GP because it's cheaper for him to fly to Japan and go to the GP in Japan than it is to go to the one in Melbourne. Stupid.
Wow,
funny.
Ross, I see where the amateurs rate with you. We don't get mentioned in the highlights. We're like a has been, low life dirtbags.
You got to create aspiration somehow. So like if you don't get mentioned, it gets you one faster getting pro am, so you get mentioned.
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess so.
I'm only grabbing the overall winners just because that's what I happen to have at the top of mind. It is nothing personal. Once I get a little bit off my plate here, past these test mules for George and some of this other crap I've got going on at work, I can actually relax a little bit and get some more of the full field like I wanted to.
Well, you got to be used to people busting your balls a little bit. I'm just messing around.
So I did put my shifter at the right height. That's why my button box is too far away, and it's too far away. I don't see it. That's my problem. I gotta put a light on.
No.
Yeah, and so I was testing it today. I did that yesterday. Was la fête des patriotes, the Quebec Day yesterday, so it was off. So I did that yesterday. Removed the button box, which was just off the wheel. Put it away on a long bracket, more to the right, under the right monitor, and I jacked up the post for the shifter. So now I got the shifter next to the steering wheel. So I was shifting a couple of gears, and then when I would go to the corner, I would not pull the shifter to downshift. I would go with the paddles. No. Try to downshift it with the hand. And I would go off and go off and go off. It's going to take me a while to get used to not shifting with the paddles.
I actually keep thinking about driving my GT3 car with the shifter rather than the paddles because I keep going for it anyway.
Yeah, with me, it's 2015 to now. What year did Race to Play die?
2014.
So 2013. So I'm in my 11th year of paddle shifter, and now I got a thingy.
I didn't even buy a shifter until I joined this group because I wanted it for the 91s.
It's not that noisy.
What were you running in 91s? I can't remember now.
In 91s? What do you mean 91s?
The Nissan.
Oh yeah. Was that towards the end of the series?
In 90,
Yeah,
did,
I joined at Monza, and I think I did the Monza, Nürburgring.
you mean that was the Group C? You
Spa.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I drove the bomb.
The bomb.
Yeah, I would blow everybody on the straight. Like in Japan, I remember it's just like in front of everybody, but then halfway through the race, no more front tires, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
The C11, the Mercedes, the Sauber was just a disaster.
Yeah, John and George spent some time tweaking the tires on that thing, so it wasn't so terrible after a few laps.
It was still, it wasn't a few laps anymore. It was halfway. Up to halfway, I was competitive, and after that, I was offline.
Well, thanks again. This has been a great series. Sorry to see it coming to an end, really, but these cars have been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Well,
there'll be
And
another
a lot
one.
of good tracks.
There'll be another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're working on getting well, once we get through getting all of the sports cars in place and upgraded to their final forms, then we're free to work on historics. We actually have next year's and 2026's cars sorted out, so we'll have a little bit more
Well, the sounds of
space.
this, you've already done Group C. So it's not 70 because that was done. It's not late 90s because that was done. It's not 60s.
Yeah, you gotta. George has got this dream. He wants a mod for every single year. He said it a couple of times, so you can't draw that conclusion.
I will point out there is a pattern to how the series
I
is
mean,
selected.
who doesn't want one for every single year? Even the years it was just Toyota, there were some good races.
It's true.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have LMP2 in it, and George wouldn't do that.
What was
Not yet. Maybe 2030.
Gurney?
Best of both worlds. Have a spec race in there with a BOP race. Awesome fun.
Gurney would go to Toyota. It's gonna take a few more horsepower. Toyota, I would say, how much? It's 100,000. And here, don't bother us. A few races later, another 100,000. A few races later, another 100,000. And that turbo 4-cylinder went never stopped gaining horsepower. The Jag couldn't do anything. 962s couldn't do anything.
Yeah, there must be a good IMSA season coming up shortly. With all those cars. I mean, they must be around. They used to be. So.
Anybody saw the 4-rotor Mazda? Not the renowned car, the one that followed, the silver car.
The 79 whatever P or whatever it was, one that kept catching on fire all the time.
Exactly, and I saw catching it on fire at Watkins Glen. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a furnace. It was a furnace.
It was only because of the way they packaged the exhaust around the body. Once they stopped that it stopped happening. But by the time they'd done that, the boffins had the money guys had said, "No, we're not going to spend any more money on it." So that's all we're going to do. Gorgeous car though.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was really beautiful.
Don't die on me now, please. Don't do this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the replay of that race. It was definitely messy coming into the.
You went after this lap. The car is gonna be entirely blue. I said, "What? He's rubbing paint with the Gallagher's Volvo," and I figured it out that it was the HUD you were talking about.
Yeah, I was doing the same.
I came down into whatever it's called. I'll try on the track map so I don't insult people too much. Into turn 4, and I like that's normally a second gear, a third gear corner for me, like on a normal racing lap. And I slammed it down into first gear to try and stop for everybody, and I still couldn't stop in time. So like that's how slow it was going, and I still ended up hitting somebody, and someone said something, but
Yeah,
and
I think
then
Carl.
and then I think
it's Carl.
and then I think Sean got a run on the other side of me going up into the next turn, but that turn when you get to the crest, the cars always jump to the right. So I thought this is I'm definitely going to end up hitting him as well. But he only dropped back a little bit, didn't actually take him out. But yeah, by the time I got to the sort of next lap around, I think only one wheel wasn't blue.
It's funny.